road to 10 million naira per month business, and we said at least 4 times. So if you're making 50k per month now, multiply it by 4, that's 200k. So that's at least, I'm sure, to get you to month to double it. So when you get to, for example, we are going to start by getting it to 2 times, then 3 times, then 4 times. So if you're getting 2 times now, that means 50k times 2 is 100k. So from that 100k 3 times, so 100k times 3, that'll be 300k. Then from that 300k times 3, so this is basically what I'm trying to tell you here. So we are going to scale. I'm going to show you how you are going to scale the business using AI. So first, we are going to start with the 2x. We are going to start with getting started to 2x income. So this is what will happen here. This is a kind of just a small blueprint of how you scale your business to 2 times income. Number one, you have to know that I'm sure you've heard this in secondary school. For every debit entry, there must be a blah blah blah. You know that rule that does not apply to adults. So what is going to help you scale your business to 2x income is that when you stop spending on services, that money will be yours. So for example, if I didn't end up spending the 150k, the 200k, the 300k that I spend on getting website, then that I did it myself in like an hour or so, and I saved time, I saved that money, and I saved everything else, my energy, I'm able to put it back into my business to actually improve and increase what is actually working. That's just the truth. This is how you get to 2 times income. So and I think then I was making around 400k per month. That was then. So all I will have to do is just tell it, okay, yeah, I'm not going to spend 150k right now. If I'm not spending that 200k, that means that month I'll probably make around 600k. So this is how you just 6 times your income. And that was not the only thing I spent. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Once you start using AI, the very first thing that it will do is 2 times your income at least, because you stop spending on any digital service. That's how it works. So there won't be a debit. Everything will just be credit. This is what AI will do for you. To just remove the debit and we put in the credit. And the best way to increase inflow is to reduce outflow. So there will be no outflow for your business. There will only be inflow, which is your income. You won't be spending outside to do anything else. So this is how you get to 2 times income. Now let's get to number 2, which is how you get to 3 times income. We've established that basically to get to 2 times income, AI cancels out the need for spending on any service. That's it. So then to get into 3x income is like you are in the middle of the race. Now you've started using AI. You've gotten to 2x income by just using AI. So you are in the middle of the race. You've started. That's the point. So I'm sure you've probably heard this, whether in physics or whatever, that there's this inertial stuff that you have to overcome a certain type of energy. Just imagine, you can't imagine you wanting to overcome someone by starting next to them. It will be very hard. So you have to be on the run first before you can overcome someone. So we call this the betterment rule. The way AI with 3 times your income is this, right? So remember what I said, that AI will do it better than someone that was doing it, that the person that you're paying. This is what I mean, right? So that 150k website that I ended up spending, it got overshadowed. It didn't take me up to 1 hour to build a website with AI. It didn't take me up to 1 hour. A better website with AI that has made me more than triple. I'm telling you, more than triple that the website that I paid for has made me. The website that I paid for was quite bad. I won't tell you compared to it, maybe because when there was no AI, then you have nothing to compare it to. But because I've now used AI to create one, I can say for sure that website that I spent money on was quite bad. Was very bad. Very bad. As I'm saying, I'm just remembering, it's so bad. And the one that I created with AI was so much better. It's like paying an amateur or a pro to do something compared to paying to just telling AI, okay, do this for me. This is how it works. So the betterment rule, the momentum rhythm is basically, now that you've known how to use AI, you're going to be able to use AI to produce things better than the services that you were paying for. So which means, if the service is better, it means the business income will also increase. This is how you get to 3 times income. This is how we scale those businesses. So when you are paying for a service that is guaranteed to do it better than the people that you are paying for, it will bring in more income. So just like the example I gave to you, me using AI to create the website brought in more income than the website that I paid for. So now, not only are you canceling out the payments for the service, you are also at the same time increasing the output of the service, because the service is just better. This is how you get to 3 times income, and you've already started. So there's a rule we use in business, which is it's very very hard to get to zero from 0 naira to 1 million naira, but it's relatively easier. That means it's very very easier to go from 1 million naira to 2 million. So this is the middle of the race. It's easy for you to go from 100 kilometer per hour to 200 kilometer per hour, compared to going from 0 kilometer per hour to 100 kilometer per hour. So this is what we are trying to say. This is the betterment rule. The service will be done better. If the service is done better, it means the income you are paying for will be better. The graphic designer that you're paying will not do it as good as AI will do it, which means the service will bring in less income than using AI, which will cost you nothing to bring in more money. I hope that makes sense to you. So let's go on to the last one. This is where things get trickier. This is the end of the race. This is where you have that turn. This is where you have to be a little bit smarter than you having just knowing AI or just knowing how to use AI. This is where our expertise come in. This is where people like me come in. This is where we have to bring in this into perspective. This is why we have to relate things and scale as much as we can. This is where we have to make psychological decisions. So what happens here is you need deep AI knowledge. What I mean by deep AI knowledge is that you have to know how to manipulate some things. You don't get all these things to get to this 4 times your income from Google or from YouTube. You can never get it from them, because context matters. Because your business is not the one they will use as an example on Google or YouTube. If they are using it as an example, it won't be the same situation as yours. It won't be the same level as yours. It won't be anything as yours. So this is where deep AI knowledge and the trickiest, because you have to take into context. You have to take a lot of things into context, into your perspective. So yeah, we just use AI to do these 5 things. We base it on finding out what our customers that have gotten us to 3x income like, want, and need, giving them special offers, suggestions, and fun things that make them happy and loyal. So retaining, if you want a business, what you have to do is retention. That's just it. A retention model is how you keep it. Retention basically means someone that is buying from you over and over again. We normally use this rule in business, which is that it is easier. Getting someone to pay you money is like you want to have sex with them. It is more easier to have sex with someone that you've already slept with, which is you already slept with them and you actually delivered, over going to another stranger to kind of like convince and doing all this. So this is what we use. So we basically use AI. You won't find this. You won't, if you can go on YouTube right now and search finding out what your customers like and want, using AI to do that. You won't find an information that will show what I'm talking about. So I'm going to show you some things after this video that we're going to use for this. So, or maybe I will just put it up here as you're watching this. So we are going to show or find out what our customers like, want, and need, which is we talk to the existing customers to, okay, what more of this would you like? So we can go broader or wider. These are just bit how we scale these businesses. Then we make their work easier and faster by doing things like sending messages, making calls, answering questions, and taking orders. This is what we call automation. So we use AI to automate the doing, and so that we have more time for the creating. So the doing is basically, okay, send your account number, or maybe do you have this type, do you have, so AI will just undo everything that's doing, and which will allow us to create more of whether our service or our offer. Then helping us decide how much to charge, how much you buy, how to run your business better. This is basically using AI to create campaigns based on data. So we use a tool called rationally.gina.ai here, which is basically it tells you, okay, this is what will happen if you do this, this is what will happen if you do this. Do you want to look at it from a logical aspect or a business aspect and everything? This is how we use AI in this. From this we use Make Automation and SparkToro, like I've said before. So, and then with all these remaining 2 things also, we do them with AI. I've shown you the 3 now. So we use SparkToro for this. We use automation for the second. We use Rational for this, rational.gina.ai. Then we use coming up with new things, ideas. We also use another AI tool for this. And this, in the end, by the time we are done with all of this, there's no way. And we do this over time. Like we repeat the same thing over and over again. We're consistent. There's no way a business won't get to 10 million naira in revenue. So this is the full blueprint of scaling your business with AI. Number 1, getting to 2x income. Number 2, getting to 3x income, which is the betterment rule. The first one is getting to 2x income, which is just using AI instead of paying things out. Then the number 4 is 4 times in your income, which is where you are now available to deep AI knowledge and put things into context and perhaps pay AI tools for your time.